Welcome to Destined to Soar, a television news magazine that is dedicated to showcasing businesses, entrepreneurs, and organizations that are making a tremendous difference in our community. I am your host, Angelia Bills, and I am president and CEO of Eagle Productions, LLC, a full-service marketing firm. And today I would like to introduce you to an entrepreneur who is a structured settlement broker, licensed financial consultant, and arbitrator who has written over 20 books. He also serves as a professor of mediation at the University of Texas, Arlington. Dr. Steele has conducted wealth seminars for Capital Bank, Stillman College, Tarrant Community College, and many others. Just recently, Dr. Ralph has opened his 7th ATM machine in the great state of Texas. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ralph Steele. Welcome, Ralph. How are you?
Oh, I'm great.
That is good.
If I was any better, I'd be flying.
Oh, well, that's always a good thing. You know, this is Eagle Productions.
That's right.
We believe in flying over here.
I'd be soaring.
Destined to Soar,
Yeah.
and that's the name of the show. So, you know, Ralph, I have been following your career for many, many years, and there are just so many questions that I would like to ask you because you're a professor. You're also a broker, a settlement broker.
Correct.
You do mediation. You're also a businessman who have many ATMs. So what inspired you to get into the wealth business?
Well, I look around the world, and number one, people have to understand this is America, the land of the free, the brave, and successful.
That is true.
And wealth is one of the contexts, is one of the tools that we all should use. And when I say all, I'm talking about anybody, everybody. If you live in America, folks, let me just say this here. Wealth is a human right.
Yes.
That's my inspiration. And I'll tell you this here. I did a workshop in 2006. I had 300 people looking at me. I had a husband and a wife who had never saved a penny in their lives. So in the presentation, they listened, and they listened. 2 or 3 years later, to this day, now these people have over $400,000 invested because they listened to the education and the information that was shared to them. In other words, motivating them, because this is, listen, America is still a place where people can be wealthy. And so to just step on the American soil is an inspiration for me.
All right. All right. Well, speak your truth. Speak your truth. So that's what inspired you to get into the wealth business.
It did. Just seeing people who didn't have, seeing people who, there's some people who invest, but their investment may not be in the right place. Seeing people who had invested but they lost money. And then also, of greater importance, seeing people who had never invested. All they needed was a nudge, or someone like myself who understands how money works. Because folks, you need to understand how money works. And so helping them to understand that, I mean, it's amazing.
Wow. So tell me, how does money work?
When you sleep and I sleep, money goes to work.
Okay.
And it never stops working. People ask me, they say, well, wait a minute, you work 7 days. I said, no, I don't. I work 8 days. They say, wait a minute, it's not for 7 days. I said, I get paid on the 8th day. Money never stops making money.
Yeah.
There's a term called the rule of 72. A lot of people don't know what it is. What is it? The rule of 72 is how if you take $1,000 and you invest it, how much time, interest, the rate of interest that it takes to double that 1,000 to 2,000 or 1 million to 2 million. That's how money works. In other words, is money is compounded, and through that interest, through that investment. But remember this, it has to be the right investment.
Yes, yes. And so how does one find the right investment?
One finds the right investment by different ways. There's so many different ways. One of the ways is you have to have the right financial expert. And that expert needs to be a person who has what we all need to have: integrity,
Yeah, sure.
professionalism, understanding the products of investments, understanding the need, the specific need of a specific person who wants to invest, and then showing them, demonstrating to them how they can take, give me an example, they can take $100,000 and make it $300,000.
Wow.
If you have the right person to help you, and that person cares about you, so when they put the money, give you an example, when people put their money in my hand feels good, but I don't take their money.
Okay.
So, in other words, I really invest their money in their best interest, so that they won't, number one, they'll make money. Number two, they won't lose any money.
Okay. And so I know that your business goes beyond stocks, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So what types of investments do you encourage your clients to do?
See, that's a very good question, Ms. Bills. So, for instance, there are basically 3 to 4 pools of money. So one pool of money, you might call it stock. Okay, now, here's the catch though. One has to understand, it's kind of like the old saying, buyers beware.
Right.
If you invest in stock, there's risk in it. It's like going to the casino. You go to the casino with 5,000, will you come back with 10 or 20, or will you come back with 0?
Right.
So that's one pool of money. So then you have a second pool of money. That second pool of money is money that's either low or very low risk. Now, a lot of people don't know about that.
Okay.
Because when I meet people, most people say to me, stock, 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 stock.
Right.
And then I say, stop, stop, stop. I said, let me move you to the second pool of money, which is money that you can invest in, and you don't lose your money, but at the same time, you make money, you gain money, you preserve your money, you protect your money, and then you have money, and in many cases, depending on how much you have and what you invest in, you can have money for the rest of your life.
Sounds like the pool I need to be in.
Exactly. Then
what's in this pool? I want to hear about it.
I mean, you're talking about. Listen, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I had a guy bring me $500,000. I mean, he had a check in his hand.
Yeah.
I took the check. I didn't keep it.
Right.
I invested the check for him. That $500,000 turned to $1 million. Do you think that guy hates me?
Of course not.
No.
Of course
he
not.
loves me.
Right.
This is America, folks. If you do it right, if you invest right, and you get the right investment, you can make money. That's what I'm about. And that's why I'm a happy man, because I love to make people wealthy. I love to make people happy. America, stay tuned.
Okay, so that second pool, though, of investment, give me a specific about what is that specific investment or type of investment.
You want to know the specific type of investment.
Yes.
For instance, there is that investment, one of them, is several, but one of them is called Annuity 10, Income for Life.
Okay.
It's just kind of like this book. Income for Life and Generational Wealth. Because, listen, everybody needs, as long as you live, you're going to need money.
Right.
Money is not inherently evil in and of itself. If you use money the right way, you're going to live the right way and be happy. So if you put money in a annuity 10, which is an annuity, first of all, it's tax deferred. Second of all, you don't lose any money. Third of all, you can get a check for the rest of your life. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't.
It's really eye-opening to me, too, because when I think about annuities, I think of retirement.
Correct.
You know, but you're saying that this is something that someone can do before retiring.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because see, the thing about money, money is here and money is here and now, but money is also the future.
Yes.
And so what messes a lot of people up in their thinking is that's why when we think about being wealthy, you have to have a wealth mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset can change, transfer, transform. It can make you wealthy, or if you got the wrong mindset, you will be poor for the rest of your life. Listen, I don't like poverty. Listen, I love money, not in an evil sense,
Right.
not in a greedy sense, but in a sense that money is a tool that the good Lord above gave to us in order that we can live a quality of life.
Yeah.
Who does not want a quality of life? Go on a vacation where you want to go.
Right.
Living in a home where you want to live. Go to a restaurant where you want to live. Buy the kind of clothes you want to wear. Whatever you want to do.
So I have, it's kind of maybe a compounded question for you. Speak to the wealth mindset versus the poverty mindset.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
In a short version.
Wow, you got that right.
Yes.
So here's the wealth mindset. First of all, if you automatically in your mind think that you're impoverished, then that's what you are.
Yes.
See, here's the thing. The good Lord gave every human being at least 3 skill sets
Yes.
that we have. Everybody has 3 skill sets. I mean, I referee, by the way, I referee professional women basketball. I can teach high school. I can teach math. I can teach science. I mean, I can grow a garden. I mean, listen, there's no reason why in America anybody should be living hungry or poor. Because all we got to do is get up and go to work.
Yeah.
Get up and go to work.
Pretty much.
That's a wealth mindset. Now, let me reverse back. An impoverished mindset is, well, I can't do it. Well, they're not going to hire me on the job. Well, I don't know if I should apply for that job. I don't want to go to work today.
Kind of inaction.
Exactly.
Yes.
But
yes.
the inaction starts in the mind, not in the rear. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Not in the rear. We sit on the rear, but the
Right.
real action is in the mind.
As a man thinketh, so is he.
So is he.
Right. Right.
So if listen, there's no way I cannot get up and go to work every single day. I have people telling me, you need to take off. I'd rather have a man or a woman telling me to take off from work than to tell me, why aren't you working?
That is true.
I mean, why aren't you? I work 7 days a week. I really work 8 days a week.
Yes, yes.
And what's happening is, in 2023, I'm gonna be working 9 days a week.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's like really heavy. but I have one more question, because you said there was a third pot.
There's a third pot. Now, here's the third pot. All right? The third pot is when a person takes money and what they do is they put it in a trust fund. All right?
Yeah.
When they put that money in a trust fund, now what people don't understand is the trust fund, now it has to be a specific trust fund. There's several types of trust fund. You have 2 simple trust funds, the irrevocable and the living revocable. Those trust funds are good, but they don't help you in terms of making money.
Right.
All they do is transfer money from one
After
generation
you pass.
after you pass,
Right.
you know what I mean? And you can't control it. Now, the trust fund I'm talking about is what we call the specialized spendthrift complex trust. What that trust does, number one, it reduces your taxes from 70 to 90%. That's one. 2, what it does is it wipes away, it eliminates your capital gain taxes. Number 3, guess what? Knock, knock. I'm suing you, Dr. Raff. Okay, you go ahead and sue me. You won't get anything because, see, with that type of trust, you own nothing, but you control everything. Everything.
Wow.
And guess what? Nobody can even look at what you have, what you own. They can't touch you.
And so do you draw an income from the trust?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Listen, remember now, money has power, doesn't it?
Yes.
And wherever power is, it exceeds nothing, what? But a demand.
Right.
So if you have a trust, you don't even have to worry about drawing money. Money will draw you. See that?
Okay.
You see that?
Yes.
The money will draw you. You don't have to say, give me some money. The money says, how much do you want today?
Okay.
You want $10,000 a day? You got it.
Well,
and folks,
yes.
all of this, here's the thing, Miss Bills. This is legal. There's nothing illegal about it. I don't do anything illegal. Let me tell y'all something. I'm so your television audience, I don't do anything legal because I'm a good man. In fact, if you do anything legal, I got you. See that? I got them, didn't I?
Yeah, so
I got them. I don't do anything legal.
So what's the badge?
Oh, that's just a little. That's just a joke, really. But that's
I'm
just
like, what are you, an air marshal?
Nah, I'm not an air marshal. That's a money badge.
Okay.
What it is it makes sure that everybody is when you invest money, it's protected, it's safe,
Okay.
it's secure, and it's not lost.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. When you put your money in the bank, everybody knows that FDIC you have
Yes.
what $250,000 insurance on it.
Right.
So if you put your money in an investment, a lot of people don't know that, especially if you have a whole life index annuity and the annuity 10, every single penny of that money, folks, is secure.
Wow.
You don't lose none of it.
That's true.
None of it.
That's true.
That's the kind of investment that I invest and I get people to invest in. And so now when they open, you know how you open up an account and you can track your account, they can look at it and they can track and trace every, you know where I'm going?
Yes.
Every single penny of their money. So that way, when they look at me, they shake my hand, we're smiling. And so guess what I just did? I created then a QBR, Quality Business Relationship.
Wonderful. So you are definitely the wealth expert. So how does someone get in contact with you?
They call 1-800-MONEY. No, I'm just joking. But no, they dial 817-729-0543. Or they go on my website, which is www.wme3cash.com. They can get in contact with me. Of course, I got several websites.
Right, but that's the main one.
That's the main one. You know what I mean? So that's how they get in contact. Or all they got to do really is just Google me, Dr. Ralph Steele, and then their money pops up.
You're Googleable.
Right.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ralph Steele, for coming on the show, and congratulations on all of your success and many happy returns.
I thank you for being on the show, and I want to thank everybody out there that's watching this show. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot be wealthy. You live in a country of America, and you can do it legal, and you can do it honest, and you can live the life that you want to do. I'm telling you because I know that.
Straight out of Texas,
That's
Dr.
exactly right.
Ralph Steele.
Yeah, amen.
Thank you. Welcome back. Joining me today is a lady with a phenomenal story of triumph and success. Ms. Stephanie Williams was a 20-year human resources professional who decided at the height of her career to dramatically change her life and follow her dreams. Today, Stephanie is an award-winning bodybuilder and personal trainer who is currently in the running to be a model on the cover of Muscle and Fitness magazine. Wow. Welcome and congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you, Angelia.
You're welcome. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
How
that's
are
good.
you?
I'm doing pretty good. So we've known each other. It's been quite a few years.
Yes.
Quite a few years. So yeah. So when we met in a professional setting, and we've been to galas and different things like that together. And I know that you are an HR professional in that in your career. Could you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Yes, I've been in HR for 20-something years. Just recently made a change, and I would say that change had to do with COVID. Realizing that, we lost a lot of people to COVID.
Yes.
And a lot of those people also left their jobs. They realized that their families were more important.
Yes.
And so they spend more time at home, which is why I also got out of the field of human resources, is to spend more time with my family and do my passion, which is to help others.
Wow, wow, that is amazing. And you know, Steph, I was reading your testimony. I guess it's been maybe quite a few weeks ago, about how you lost 75 pounds.
Yes.
Kind of tell me about that journey. What motivated you first to to lose the weight and
What motivated me was the will to live, and not
Yes.
just live, but live a healthier life.
Yes.
I'm originally from Kentucky. My family loves to eat.
Yes.
And so we also have a lot of health issues in our family: cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. I was diagnosed at 13 with high blood pressure and told I could never get off medication. And I'm happy to say that it's been 3 years. I'm totally off all my medication. I'm healthy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
yes.
you. And I remember my mother passed away from cancer. And the last thing she told me was, take care of yourself, because once you lose your health, you lose everything. So enjoy life. And so I have 2 kids, and my kid's father passed away, and I remember the time that my daughter went through, dealing with his death, and I don't want them to go through that.
Right.
So I try to be a role model and to be healthy and to help others.
Wow. So when you started this journey, did you think, I'm going to lose 75 pounds, or what was your mindset when you started the journey?
No, actually, I have a personal trainer,
Yes.
Keith Hunter Sr.
Okay.
I started with him in 2014, and sometimes I went MIA. He would call me, and I was like, I'll be back. But during that time, I was working a lot of hours, 7 days a week. I was sitting at my desk, and I was trying to see, and I couldn't see, so I kept rubbing my eye. And I thought, gee, I got to hurry up and get this work done.
Yeah.
And I had a mini stroke.
No. Wow.
So that convinced me that I needed to get serious about my health.
Yes.
And so I had some days where I fell off, but you just hit the reset button.
Yeah.
And I started over and got back on track.
Oh wow, that is so encouraging, and I'm sure in addition to the exercise, you changed your diet as well, right?
I did. I started eating healthier. I didn't starve myself like most people. It's not a fast diet. I eat 5 meals a day.
Oh, okay.
So healthy meals.
So just give us an example of the meals that you would have.
Well, for breakfast, I may have a half of a grapefruit, half cup of egg whites, some turkey breast, and for lunch, I may have some tuna with green beans, and for dinner, I would have salmon and green beans or salads.
Okay.
And when I'm not training for a competition, I have a cheat day, so I can eat whatever I want that day.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm listening to your diet, and I'm thinking, where's the candy?
Yes. Yeah, I was a emotional eater.
Yes.
So,
okay.
that falls on my cheat day.
Yes.
But now that I'm in training for competition, I'm not allowed to have that at the moment. But
Wow,
it takes a lot of discipline.
It does. It does. And I know that there are a lot of people who are emotional eaters. So,
Yes.
Just speak to how you handle that discipline when you feel that urge for a comfort snack.
Sure. First of all, I come to terms as, why am I eating this? What's the problem? Did someone pass away? Did someone hurt my feelings?
Yes.
And is there a healthier alternative? And then, as I mentioned before, sometimes I did fall off the wagon and I ate something I wasn't supposed to, but I didn't, waste the whole day. I just got back on track.
Yes. And having that accountability partner, I'm sure, in your trainer.
Yes.
I'm sure that motivated you as well, because you were training, what was it, every day or a few days a week, or how was it?
It's every day now, but
Yes.
back then I was training 3 days a week, and then also doing cardio on my own.
Wow.
And also kept a diary, which was holding me accountable for what I ate.
Well, You have had such an amazing journey, and you know,
Thank
we're
you.
talking about. You're welcome. We're talking about the treadmill,
Yes.
and how, you know, when you started off on a treadmill, it used to
Yes.
make you dizzy, and how is that process, and how are you now on the treadmills?
Well, I can last a little bit longer, but
Yes.
back then I was 220 pounds before I lost the 75 pounds.
Yes.
And back then I was heavier, and that was a lot of weight on my
Yes.
knees. So I would do 15 minutes a day till I get
Yes.
up to 30, and now I do 30 minutes twice a day.
Wow, that is amazing. And this was a 16-month journey
Right.
for you, you know, so that takes a lot of discipline to do it over time.
Yes, it
you know,
does.
because I think a lot of people, like, we'll get on diets or exercise and we'll say, oh, well, I lost 20 pounds, I did good, and
Right.
go back. But for you to just continue on that journey is amazing to me. And I did have a question about, so while you were training, what gave you the transition from training into bodybuilding?
Well, my role model is Ernestine Shepherd.
Yes.
And she started when she was 55. And I told my trainer, I said, you know, I want to bodybuild like Ernestine. And I said, she started when she's 55. He said, well, how old are you? And I was 52 at the time. He put me in my first show at 53.
Wow.
And because there's not that many women my age, 50 and up, competing, I had to compete against 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds. And my first competition, I won my pro card and several first places.
Wow, that is amazing. And
Thank
and
you.
I saw your photos out there.
Thank
you
you.
look great.
Thank
you
you.
know, I mean, and to have come from 220 pounds and then to have had
Yes.
2 kids.
Yes.
You know, that's amazing, you know, because so many people, they just do surgery or do something like that. But you actually put the time in,
Yes.
got the discipline together, and now you're an award-winning bodybuilder.
Yes.
And you're in the running for the cover of Muscle and Fitness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Very
that's
exciting.
amazing too. So tell me
Yes.
about that journey.
Well, that journey, I just happened to submit an application not thinking that, oh, I had a chance, but now I'm in the top 5.
Yes.
And the cuts are tonight, so
Yes.
hopefully I'll get enough votes to make it to the final round.
Yes,
And it's a
yes.
chance to be on the cover of the magazine, Miss Muscle and Fitness.
Yes.
And with my donations, with my winnings, I'm going to be donating that money to the Live for Life Gym, American Cancer Society, and Jared's Homes for Wounded Veterans.
Wow, that is
Yes.
amazing. That is something that not only are you doing this, but you're doing this to help another
Yes.
organization and to help somebody else.
Right.
That speaks volumes as well.
Thank you.
And one of the questions I want to ask you, you know, is kind of like your faith walk, because it seems like you're a woman of faith to have
Yes.
went through this journey. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, I use my faith a lot.
Yes.
Just recently in the gym when I had to do 100 squats or
Yes.
leg press 270. You know, as the weight get heavier, the more I pray.
Yes.
And you know, I was brought up in church, and I always, you know, pray and ask God to give me the strength.
Yes.
And it's interesting because when I first competed in my first competition and I was on stage, my leg was shaking uncontrollably.
Yes.
And so the lady next to me who I was competing against, I kept saying, I'm getting off the stage. And she said, just hold on, they'll turn us, because we were in a pose.
Yes.
And I started reciting the scripture, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And she was, I beat her,
Wow.
but she was cheering me
She
on. That was
encouraged
an
you.
experience.
Wow.
And that's also how I got into wanting to be a trainer, is because I asked God to lead me where He wants me to go so that I can serve and do His will.
Yes.
Yes.
And if someone wanted to get in contact with you or look you up, how would they do so?
They can go to my Facebook page, I Am the Storm.
Okay, I Am the Storm on Facebook. She is the storm and she is the bomb. So congratulations. I am
Thank
excited
you.
about you. And I
you.
look forward to much success in your future.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.